day and night. I feel like a king, oh yeah. And baby, can't help but stare. Such a rush, baby. Oh, when you touch me, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, guys and dolls, cats and chicks, you are listening to Viva ENT, Rock, Pop, and Soul. We are live on the air in Seattle, Bellevue, and around the world on 1150kknw.com. Get the free app today. I'm Devin the Dude, filling in for Johnny the Capo, and I'm here with my good friend and colleague, original singer-songwriter, Wrick Wolff. Say hi to Seattle, Rick.
Hello, Seattle. Hello, listeners. Thank you. It's welcome. It's great to be here.
Well, we have also the greatest producer in the solar system, Mr.
Oh, wow. That's a bump up. Thank you. It's Eric. CC Rider.
Woo! Oh, yeah.
And I feel bad because we didn't get your theme song in. What was your name again one more time, sir?
Oh, it's I'm Devin the Dude.
Hey, dude.
Fantastic. And before we get started with today's interview, I want to talk about the Viva ENT group. We've got 1,081 members. It's on Facebook. It's one of the best groups on Facebook. It's Viva ENT, talk radio, rock, pop, and soul. Post your favorite songs, your favorite artists, and there's so much going on there. And we have some shows coming up. I'm going to see The Warning, Black Sabbath Experience at the Mirkwood Public House tomorrow at August 27th. As well, that night, if you can't make it up to that one, Ultimate Queen is playing at the Chateau Ste. Michelle Winery tomorrow night as well. And then coming up September 1st, Lounge Vultures at Ingles Pub on Wednesday. And down the road, Andy Cole at Nectar Lounge, September 3rd. Well, I'm here with Wrick Wolff with your original music. Got something to say, Rick?
Oh, well, I think it's great to have the opportunity to share some of my music with the Seattle community. I've got 6 CDs currently finished, and we're going to feature one song from each of them today.
Fantastic. And how long have you lived in Seattle?
I moved out here in September 1988.
Incredible.
From the East Coast.
Yeah, we covered 1988 on the previous show.
Yeah.
So that's excellent.
So that's the longest that I've ever lived anywhere.
Well, it's a good place to live.
It is.
And I see you wearing a Hawaii shirt today. How was your trip to Hawaii?
Oh, I loved it. We spent a week on the island of Maui, just sort of before the crest of the COVID nonsense. So I think we got away with it. But now they're discouraging people from going, but we had a lovely, lovely time.
That's great. How long have you been playing music?
I've been playing music since I was a wee lad. February 1964, the Beatles played the Ed Sullivan Show, and that sort of changed millions of lives overnight, mine included.
Definitely. Big spark there.
Yes.
So your inspirations, you'd say, are the Beatles then?
Beatles, Beach Boys.
Like Bee Gees.
Bee Gees, I love the Bee Gees.
And Neil Young.
Yeah, Neil Young, Bob Dylan, of course, Jimi Hendrix.
Jimi Hendrix. Oh, fantastic names.
A Seattle guy.
And I've worked with you many times on shows, but I mean, how many shows have you worked over the years?
Oh, as a stagehand and a sound man, I'd say probably over 1,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
Incredible.
Been in the stagehands local since 1990, so 89. My first show was Janet Jackson at the Tacoma Dome in 1989.
89. Wow. Well, we're going to be covering 89 soon, upcoming shows.
Long before the wardrobe malfunction.
Oh, yeah. That's not till the mid-2000s. So you were also a audio engineer for Car Talk at WBUR Boston Radio. How was that?
That was fantastic. I had just gotten the job there, 7 and change an hour, working with quarter-inch audio tape. And they threw me onto the Car Talk show, which was just a local show in Boston. They'd been doing it for 10 years. Click and Clack, the Tappet brothers, both smart guys, MIT graduates. And then somehow they got a 5-minute spot on Susan Stamberg's All Things Considered, and it just blew up the country. People loved it, so they gave them a whole hour to themselves. And
Wow.
I got to be the engineer for that.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So we would take an hour live with them in the local Boston area. Then we'd stay in the studio for another hour and take calls, which we would tape, and then I would stitch all that together for the best calls, and then uplink that to the rest of the country.
Fantastic. That's kind of what Eric does here too, right? You're a radio producer.
Yeah, well, I'd love for this show to be national at some point, too, like Car Talk. I mean, that's one of the most successful radio programs of all time.
Yeah,
so
they
must have been pretty exciting to be a part of that.
They were on, Johnny Carson.
Yeah.
2020 came into this a bit in our studio, so I got my
There was even a TV show.
I got my 3 seconds
briefly
of audio
about it.
video
Yeah.
fame. Yeah, no, they were folk heroes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And you have a couple other credits too. You got IMDb, like a couple movies you worked on. Like you were a composer on the movie Impulse in 2005.
Yeah, that was a local production. Matt Lopin was the director, and I got hired to score the film for that.
Oh, it's really cool. And you're also the sound recordist on Brain Candy Touch My World in 2007.
Yes,
So that's like an educational film.
that's right. Yeah, there's a whole series of those for kids. Sort of like testing the theory that if you play Mozart to kids, that they would be smarter.
I think so.
That kind of idea.
I think my parents played a lot of classical music. So.
Yeah. Then I scored another film for a dear friend of mine, Phil Solomon. It's called American Falls, and it was it's my first surround sound mix, and it was also a 3-screen projection, so three panels simultaneously. It's
State of the art.
a beautiful, beautiful piece.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it plays both as a film and as a media installation around the world.
Wow, I'll have to check that out sometime.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. Do you have any upcoming shows or projects? Or
More recording, nothing live. Kind of waiting for like everybody, waiting for the disease to leave the area or the air.
Yep.
But yeah, got some more new songs to record, so I'm going to start with that soon.
Fantastic. Do you have like how many instruments do you play?
I play guitar mostly, acoustic and electric. Some bass when I need to.
Like electric bass?
Yes, electric bass and some keyboards.
That's well-rounded.
Yeah. And with sampling, with the keyboard, you can do a lot of orchestrations on some of my records. That's what I do.
So do you have a producer or you just...
No, self-produced.
Okay,
yeah.
wow. That's you're doing multiple hats there.
Right. Produce, select, record, and sing and play and record.
And you came from a musical or artistic family at all? Or?
Not terribly. No, my father had a wonderful singing voice, but he was completely off the cuff, untrained. He would just sing around the house. My brother plays keyboards and has 3 lovely daughters who have a group called the Wolff Sisters out in Boston. And
Yeah, check them out on YouTube. Yeah,
they're very successful out there. The next generation.
Yeah, the Wolff, and that's Wolff, Wolff.
That's correct.
Yeah, Wrick Wolff. Yeah,
Like the Car Talk guys used to tease me at the end of their show. Wrick Wolff with 2 F's. That was before I put the W on my front name.
Oh, so you've changed it since then?
Yeah, when I moved to the West Coast, I added the W to Rick.
Well, yeah, because you're on the West Coast now.
Exactly.
Okay. Wow. And then, describe your creative process. Like, how did you get started with these songs?
A variety of ways, really. Sometimes lyrics will just pop into my head. Sometimes out of a dream, and just get up and jot them down at 3 a.m. Other times it'll be a chord progression that I want to put some lyrics to. Sometimes it's a knotty problem in my personal life that I want to erase or amplify on. Other times it's current events.
That's right. Well, we have some your albums in the studio. You want to feature start with what song?
I think we'll start with the first song on the first album. The album's called "Who's Wrick Wolff," and the song is called "Bound for Glory."
All right. Can we play some of that, Eric?
You got it. Yeah.
We can play the whole song, really.
Right on.
And did you answer the question, who's Wrick Wolff on the album?
I think I just amplified the question.
Fair enough.
Bound for glory, you better hang on. Bound for glory, you better stay strong. Bound tell me if my cave was a scheme. I'm bound for glory. If you look hard enough, you'll finally learn to listen. If you live long enough, you're gonna find what you've been missing. Crystal golden and out for the sky, on a mission to teach from on high. She took the challenge, reached for the stars. She's bound for glory. If you look hard enough, you'll finally learn to listen. If you live long enough, you're gonna find what you've been missing. Bound for glory, there's nothing to fear. Bound for glory is to be of good cheer. Where you move, bring your digits you. I'm bound for glory. How about you?
When did you write the song?
The album came out in 2013, so previous to that, probably 2012.
Nice.
So Kurt Cobain ending there, feedback.
Nice.
And you just recorded that at your studio, Asylum Studio, Silver Asylum.
That's correct, yeah. In my basement.
Nice.
Nice to have control over the means of production.
Right, every step of the way,
Mhm.
editing and post.
Yeah, no studio fees.
Right. So you have like a Yamaha board or a,
I had an 01V, yeah, for a while, but now everything I do is on Logic
oh yeah, a Mac.
in the computer, yeah.
Yeah, that's the way to go.
Yeah.
Definitely.
In the box.
So I understand you gave Robert Duvall the guitar lesson.
Oh, where'd you hear that?
From internet.
Yeah, a friend of mine in high school was dating his sister, and he lived in this gated community called Tuxedo Park outside of Rockland County. So we went up there one day, and he had this beautiful Martin guitar in his living room, and this was 74, I think. So he was just learning how to play guitar for his role in Apocalypse Now.
Wow.
When he'd sit around the campfire playing as the Sergeant Kilgore or whatever the character was, and so I played a little acoustic guitar piece from King Crimson's second album, In the Wake of Poseidon, and he was intrigued by that. So I showed him a few chords and a few little moves.
Now, Devin,
cool.
isn't this our second guest that had guitar work involved with Apocalypse Now?
Yeah, Randy Hansen we had on a couple months ago.
That's right.
It's 17 minutes of the soundtrack for Apocalypse Now.
Absolutely, yeah. He wailed on that soundtrack.
And you're a fan of Randy Hansen, right?
Yes, sure.
Have you seen him?
I have. Yeah.
Nice.
He's got it down, no doubt about it.
Right? Living Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah. Only thing he doesn't have is left-handedness.
I thought he is left-handed. Maybe not.
No, I believe he's righty.
Oh, yeah. Well, what do you have any interest outside of music?
Oh, yeah. I like to play chess.
Oh, I'll play you some chess.
All right. Yeah. Got some. Did you see that latest chess movie with called The Queen's Gambit?
I haven't yet.
Kind of exploded.
Yeah, great series on Netflix.
Yeah, exploded the chess world. They sold more chess sets in a week after that TV show was on. And so, yeah, I like chess. I like golf.
Oh, I like the golf too. Yeah.
I mean,
I took golf in college.
Alice Cooper was a golfer.
That's fun.
So there are some musicians who golf.
And you travel, it looks like.
Oh, I love travel. Yes, of course. Me and my fiance love to travel.
You've been to Canada and all that?
I've been to Canada, been to Mexico, been to Baja, been to India,
Wow.
Indonesia,
Europe at all?
Greece,
So Europe?
London. Yeah, been a few places.
A
but
worldy man.
There's certainly more places I'd love to go.
Certainly. Yeah.
Istanbul.
That would be really cool. So you have another song. This is off your second album?
Yeah, the second album has just not been released in the public. It's sort of what I would call B-sides or, downbeat productions. So I didn't really make a big deal out of it. But it's called Unknown Artist, Unknown Album.
Okay.
Punning off of
And the song is
iTunes thing.
You're right. It's on Amazon.
It's not anywhere. No,
Not anywhere yet.
It's not,
I was going to say that's got to be hard to Google.
it's not available. Really.
No artists.
Yeah.
No.
So we have exclusive music coming on the air here.
It's the strangest piece I've ever recorded. I think actually, it's the most eccentric. It's called Lady Jane Revisited. So it's a combination of Rolling Stones' Lady Jane and Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisited. That's
Okay.
the title anyway. Musically, it's its own thing.
All right. I've never heard this.
You know my name, look up my number. What's the new Lady Jane? Tell me what's my name? Lady Jane, you don't know my name. Lady Jane, that's not my name. Lady Jane. Lady Jane. Lady Jane. Revisited. Complete unknown artist. Complete unknown album. Play on, brother. Drum on, sister. Get you warm beside my toaster. This wooden spoon can raise a blister. Gonna make you use a coaster. Masquerading as my sister. Lady Jane. You don't know my name.
Some great overdrive tone in this. What kind of guitars do you prefer?
That's a Strat.
Yeah?
I've got some pedals that I put into play to make that sustain.
Running through a tube amp, no doubt.
Yes, so my
Yeah.
beautiful Fender Vibrolux Reverb, which
Nice.
some say is the best amp Fender ever made.
Wow.
It's got a great sound, that's for sure.
It's
And
fantastic.
you're on the whammy bar too.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And you're playing multi-track, or you're with a band here?
No, that's all me. That one's completely solo effort.
Wow.
Yeah.
Must practice all the time,
After a while, you play this long, it just happens.
right? Like riding a bike.
Yeah.
No.
No, that's a unique piece. I've never done anything quite like it since.
Definitely like Jimi Hendrix, Bob Dylan, and Rolling
Jagger.
Stone. Yeah, Mick Jagger
Yeah.
influences on
For sure.
that. So you lived in Boston for a while. How long did you live out there?
Let's see. Boston, I lived for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never been out there. What's it like?
It's a student town. Every September, you see a horde of U-Hauls pull into town, a bunch of orange trucks and students looking for, their apartments and
The
ready for
Harvard
school.
Yard.
Harvard Yard, MIT, Emerson, Boston U, tons of schools.
That's great. It's on the water, isn't it, too? So,
Yeah, so the Charles River.
so yeah, you're always like to live by water.
Yeah, but it's flat, it's not like out here. So you don't see, mountains, and you don't see past the grid.
Right? It's like Saskatchewan. It's like very flat.
Yeah. The worst drivers in the world, red lights are optional.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or do they park the cars in the garage?
Yeah, I don't miss being out there. It's
You like the West Coast?
Yeah, I like the West Coast much.
But
better.
where were you born and raised?
New York City,
New York.
Bronx,
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Bronx, New York.
I haven't been to New York either.
Oh my goodness! Well,
I haven't explored out there much.
that's the horizon for you to climb.
Big town, one of the biggest in the country,
The Big Apple.
in the world.
It's worth a visit, Devin.
It certainly is.
Go see Colbert or somebody out there. That'd be cool.
Yeah. Letterman's not around anymore.
Yeah, or probably Johnny Carson was out there when you're.
Started there, yeah.
You ever been out to Ocean Shores at all? Or?
Yeah, I've been down there.
Yeah, that's where Johnny played at, and so did I, August 14th.
Mm-hmm.
So, Johnny's playing again September 4th. I think that's the Friday of Labor Day weekend. So.
Well, we're not talking about Johnny today. This is my show.
Well, right, Johnny is a
Johnny is a joker. He's a bird. Speaking of another loss we just had, Don Everly.
yeah. We lost Don Everly and we lost Charlie Watts this week too. So
Yeah,
we're gonna do a
boy.
tribute show to him coming up to both of them. Feature some original songs.
Great.
Speaking of original songs, you have a Thunderbird burger and fries.
Thunderbird.
The Thunderbird, like the car, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. And
Thunderbird, burger, and fries. This song, strangely enough, was written to spec. I've never done this before, but I wrote this song specifically for Garth Brooks.
really?
He came into town in the 80s and played 6 straight shows at the Key Arena when he was the biggest thing in the world. And he was just a great guy, down to earth, had dinner with the crew every night in catering. So we sat down and had dinner one night, and I told him I was a musician. He said, "Oh, what do you do?" I said, "I write, sing, play." He said, "Oh, send me something."
That's incredible.
So I whipped
Garth
up
Brooks,
a couple of tunes and sent them to him, and this was one of them.
Did he record it?
Unfortunately, I got a letter back from his manager saying, "Thank you for your interest. Sorry we can't use these at this time."
But he writes most of his own material, I
Yeah.
think. So yeah,
I was just dreaming, one song on a Garth Brooks album.
right. No, that would have
I'd be
been
set.
that would have been big
Yeah.
for sure.
But the music basically of this you might recognize as sort of a takeoff on the Ballad of John and Yoko, Beatles song.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, let's hear it. A Thunderbird, a burger, and fries. I like the title.
You may be living out in the boondocks in a one-room to-be-tumble-down shack. Money's close to the bone, you just can't make it alone. Ain't no one cutting you any slack. I may not know my ass from my elbow, I may not know my toes from my eyes, but my fondest desire, all I really require is a Thunderbird, a burger, and fries. Might be riding round the big city in a purple paisley stretch limousine. Give my regards to the boulevards, I'll see you in the magazines. Don't you know you can't take it with you? Don't you know that everyone dies? So while I'm alive, don't give me none of your time. Give me a Thunderbird, a burger, and fries. I got my radio blasted and I'm tooling at 110. I got my baby in the bucket seat beside me and I'm hungry again. Spent a little time up in England, spent a lot of money and friends. Did a little shuffle down to Amsterdam, oh man, those people sure love to dance. Took a little trip to Vienna, eyeing all the pastries and pies. But when all said and done, all I need to have fun is a Thunderbird, a burger, and fries. I got my radio blasted and I'm tooling at 110. I got my baby in the bucket seat beside me and I'm hungry again. There's one thing everybody agrees on, one thing everybody
America, all right.
Mm-hmm.
You ever own a Thunderbird or
I had a Mustang,
Mustang? Nice.
66 Mustang,
That's awesome.
my first car.
You go out and get some burger and fries.
Absolutely.
I think you should send this one to Jimmy Buffett.
Uh-huh.
That really reminds me of Jimmy Buffett stuff.
Yeah, well, he had his burger song, didn't he?
He absolutely cheeseburger in paradise, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this could go along with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was hoping maybe a little tie-in with Ford and McDonald's.
There you go.
Right? Yeah, one of these commercials.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked John Legend and Fits in the Tantrums this last weekend. And then I'm hearing like Wells Fargo commercials with Fits in the Tantrums. So,
Oh, really?
yeah.
Possibilities are endless.
Yep. A lot of connections out there.
Yeah.
So I guess we're about due for a break. That's what we're
Yeah.
But could we, what's the next one we're going out on? Pathetic Ascetic?
Pathetic ascetic, yes.
All right.
All right. Let's hear about it when we come back from the break.
Okay.
He's a pathetic ascetic. He's got mud on his shoes. He's a pathetic ascetic. Doing lonely dog dudes. He's a pathetic ascetic. He only hears the bad news. He's a pathetic ascetic.
Wondering what's on next on Alternative Talk 1150? Check out 1150kknw.com.
He's got mud on his shoes. He's a pathetic ascetic. Doing lonely dog dudes. He's a pathetic ascetic. He only hears the bad news. He's a pathetic ascetic. Things are not copacetic. Looks like he's coming downhill. Why don't you go call a medic? He must need some kind of pill. Acts like he's apoplectic. Caught a terrible chill. It's a pathetic ascetic. Never rants or raves, never raises his voice. He's a pathetic ascetic, that must be his choice. Never stomps or screams, he never screams or shouts. He's a pathetic ascetic, so we just do without. So pathetic ascetic. So ascetic ascetic. He's not athletic, no, and never picks up a ball. He's apathetic, never makes a phone call, apologetic. Says he's sorry and all. He's a pathetic ascetic. His days have turned so cosmetic. Keeps on making up lies. Then he gets so frenetic. It isn't my fault he cries. It may be partly genetic. We'll find out when he dies. He's a pathetic ascetic. Never stomps or screams. He never screams or shouts. He's a pathetic ascetic. So he just.
So this is off your third album?
Yes, WW3. No, I'm sorry. Fourth album. Well, Where Was I?
Where was I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where were you?
I don't remember.
Was this recorded in Boston or over in?
Actually, it was. I think it was, yeah. That was one of my older tunes that I resurrected.
And if you're just joining us, of course, this is Viva ENT, Devin the Dude, Eric C.C. Reidar, and of course, Wrick Wolff joining us today.
Yep. Yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone.
Thank you.
We've got 80 songs that you've recorded and counting,
Mm-hmm.
and 6 albums.
Correct. Yeah, plus my soundtrack work, and I've done some other things. I do these audio collage compositions with found sound. Done a bunch of that kind of work, too.
Well, you have a Kramer, promo.
Creme de la Kramer, it's called, yeah. It's a collage of all Kramer's little utterances, like all the things that he used to say in between the words.
Because you live in New York, was it like Seinfeld out there?
Yeah, my high school was very much like Seinfeld. We had the same kind of humor. Like, oh, right, yeah, you'll do that. I'll do that. We have the same exact sensibility.
That's great.
But, of course, the writing is what distinguishes it.
Yeah, I love Seinfeld.
Brilliant.
And that came out about 91, right? 90?
Yeah, all through the 90s. Yeah,
Yeah.
They had, 9 seasons or something?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Simpsons came out in 89 when you moved over to Seattle, but
Right.
it's
And
been going on strong.
Incredible. Yeah.
Where can people get the music?
We have CDs on Amazon. Downloads on iTunes.
Got your YouTube channels.
Got my YouTube channel if you just want to listen. Spotify if you just want to listen.
And again, it's Wrick with a W.
That's correct. That's the trick if you want to
Yeah,
search.
That'll find you pretty quick.
W-R-I-C-K, yeah.
Yep, Wolf with a double F.
That's right. So the front W is silent and the back F is silent. My name is encapsulated by silence.
That's like a measure of, or like because you read music, right? You write scores.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep, I have done a little of that.
composure.
You know, the interesting thing about the name is that I can sign my initials WW, which is like the little squiggle line, but it looks like a sine wave. So
That's right.
SIGN, SINE, sign. It's a symbol of a musician or audio.
That's right. Wow. And you write about current events. Like I remember that night the B-Boy Russell. Yeah, he took the plane, and I was at the Key Arena that night.
Yeah, that'll be the next song we're going to play off my Saxifrage album.
One of my favorite. Yeah.
People remember that guy who hijacked that Horizon Air plane off of the runway, and was it Boeing Field or was it SeaTac? I can't remember. Probably SeaTac.
Yeah, I think he was a worker there.
He turned into this kind of local folk hero because he took the plane up and did a joyride, did some loop-de-loops and some barrel rolls, and then just said, well, I didn't think about landing, so he just crashed it in. So I actually was able to download some of his chatter with the control tower. And so in place of a guitar solo in the middle of the song, we'll hear him actually talking.
Like sample it, kind of like Sublime. They sample other kind of non-music artifacts.
Yeah, just how it's like a found sound object. If him they're trying to talk him down, and he's saying, well, no, I'm just having a good time. So it's called The Ballad of Bebo Russell.
You hear that?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Bebo, you crossed the line. You slipped the knot. You lost the plot. You left the station. Oh, Bebo, you made a choice. Forgo the bags and ID tags. Choose aviation. Bebo, you have the keys. Climb board the plane. Ignore your pain. Make for the runway. Bebo, accelerate. Taxi down and leave the ground for your final fun day. Bebo, you got lift off. You got altitude. How about a couple of barrel rolls to put us in the mood?
Flying the plane around, do you seem comfortable with that?
Oh, hell yeah, it's a blast, man. I played video games before, so I know what I'm doing a little bit. Got a lot of people that care about me. I would like to apologize to each and every one of them. Just a broken guy, got a few screws loose, I guess. Never really knew it until now. I think I'm going to try to do a barrel roll, and if that goes good, now I'm just going to nose down and call the night.
Bebo, won't you come in, please? You're flying blind, you cut the ties that bind, no plan for landing. Bebo, you're burning fuel. Your landing gear just won't appear. You're the last man standing. Bebo, you've got lift off. You've got altitude. How about a couple of loop-de-loops to put us in the mood? Bebo, won't you come on home? There's people there who really care for your safe arrival. Bebo, you lost the thread. Your you're going down, smoke on the ground. No one knew that you were suicidal. Your family hoped and prayed for your survival. Oh, Bebo, they say no, really okay.
It's powerful.
Yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking.
Yeah, all these tragedies that night. Yeah, could have landed somehow, maybe. Or
It wasn't in his plan. You could tell he was a sensitive soul, just kind of reached a breaking point.
felt it was a good idea at some point, but
It's amazing that he pulled it off.
yeah, he must have had Flight Simulator or something
Yeah, but
to get that far.
Never actually did it in real life.
Yeah.
I downloaded the video that I made of it on YouTube. I downloaded a lot of the footage of people photographing him flying, in the barrel roll and stuff. It's quite beautiful.
Yeah, he was all over the state that night.
Yeah.
And you've got a bunch of other songs, like Thank the Heavens for Taylor Swift. That's a fun one. And
Yeah, that's a tribute to what I consider the best songwriter of the 21st century.
I've worked a Taylor Swift show,
Mm-hmm.
CenturyLink.
Me too.
Yeah.
I worked one in Tacoma.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, she's one of a kind.
You've done sound for a lot of big shows, no doubt. You got any celebrity run-in stories that you can share with us?
Nothing too dramatic. I met Eric Clapton backstage when he came to Key Arena. I just
That's really cool.
in passing, I said, "Hey, Eric, you did a really nice job on George Harrison's song on the White Album, While My Guitar Gently Weeps." And I told you about the Garth Brooks thing, and shook Neil Young's hand.
Wow.
Was in the elevator with Peter Gabriel once. It's just what
Incredible.
happens when you're working the shows. These people are there. And also, during the Stones show at the Key Arena, I was in the bathroom and it's just outside the corridor. And as soon as I opened the bathroom door, all four of them were right there. Keith, Mick, Charlie, and Ronnie Wood. And they're all four of them were shorter than me.
Really? Yeah, they look so big on the giant video
They're
walls.
giants of music, but they're short in real life. Four little Napoleons.
Yeah, I love the Stones.
Yeah.
Yeah, John Legend drove right by me in the little golf cart this
Uh-huh.
weekend. It's cool seeing the celebs and Earth, Wind, and Fire. I got to shake their hands
Oh, yeah.
a couple years back at the winery.
Yeah, they're just trying to make a living just like us.
Yeah, they are rock gods.
Some of them are.
So you have this next song, "Axe to Grind." Is that off your latest album? Or
That's my latest album, Vault. Yeah, just completed that last year during the pandemic. This song, it's a kind of a grim compendium of human woes and earth catastrophes.
happen every day? Or
Sort of like a Leonard Cohen song, like The Future.
I would do like a Leonard Cohen,
or
yeah, poetry. And
Yeah, everybody knows, I'll get in for the proximity effect here. Everybody knows the good guys lost. So it's kind of almost a documentary, of bad things that have happened and continue to happen. The title is kind of a pun on the guitar being known as an axe.
yeah,
So at the end there's a guitar solo in which I use an ebow, which is a
oh, you play the axe or not the axe, the saw.
no.
Oh,
An ebow is like this electronic gizmo. It's got a little 9-volt battery in it.
Mhm.
You hold it against the guitar strings and it makes an endless sustain, almost like an electric cello.
wow.
So you don't have to pick. You just hold it there and then you fret with your left hand and the sound just sustains.
Well, I'll have to get one of these
So
devices.
that's the kind of the axe being ground at the end of the song.
Right on. Well, let's go ahead and hear it.
too.
I got an axe to grind. Now here's the beef. Got caught in a double bind. I can't get no relief. sense in being afraid. You just do what you gotta do. What me worry, said the old woodhead. Everybody's gotta go. Half the population of Armenia is dead. Nobody I know. Forest's been burning about a year and a half. 10,000 animals fried. Well, you know we had to cut down our staff. Everybody's going along for the ride. Oh, what about those crashing aeroplanes? There's one coming down most every day. Cyclones, monsoons, typhoons, hurricanes. No telling what's headed this way. Well, how about a brand new sports complex? That makes the city fathers smile. Along with lots of motel bedroom sex. Silly city fathers got no style. Oh, I got an axe to grind. Now here's the Jones. The armed forces hold a mastermind to manufacture 90 million clones. And certain terrorists would give their lives to catch a glimpse of the code. And certain crime boss mobsters swap their wives just to protect the mother load. I'm sure the cops will want to question you. Resist temptation to crack wise. Just tell the truth, don't be confessing to any fat tissue of lies. The leaning tower's leaning more so now. Ozone layer's just about to peak. And what I can't help but deplore so now is watching all these things repeat. Oh, I got an axe to grind. Got an axe to grind.
So, Rick, have you ever played a Guitar Hero or Rock Band
I've played a little Rock Band. Yeah, my friend had those instruments for a while.
on the like the Xbox or something?
No, it was specific instruments, weren't they?
Yeah. Yeah,
the Beatles Rock Band.
Oh, Beatles Rock Band.
Yeah.
I was gonna say you don't need to play Guitar Hero. You are a Guitar Hero.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said I don't need to play ersatz instruments. I play the real thing.
Yeah. Well, that was an awesome song there. Do you have any shout-outs to say? Well, congratulations on getting engaged in Hawaii, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Yes. So, yeah, we'll play this next song for my fiancée, Paula. She's the one who's responsible for me doing all this great travel, by the way.
Oh, she takes you places?
She takes me places, yes.
Books the tickets? Like, we're going this.
Exactly,
yeah.
yes. She's the mastermind behind all that.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I wrote this song about her. And we can end the show with it.
Yeah, let's do that. But we've got about 2-3 minutes here before we go out. So,
yeah, I've got
any more plugs you want to get in, Devin?
Well, if you want to come build concerts with us, you should check out IATSE Local 15. IATSE stands for I Already Tried Something Else. No, actually, it stands for International Alliance of Theatrical Stage Employees. During the pandemic, we lost about 30% of our workforce, and as concerts are coming back, we're going to need more people. So if you need a job, a gig, come Google them or contact me, Devin Creisler, 206-225-1004. That's 206-225-1004. while you're on the internet, check out Devin Creisler Studios on YouTube, Viva ENT Studios, Wrick Wolff on YouTube, and the Wolff sisters. They all have music, and we have a lot more coming up. We're going to start with a Rolling Stones Charlie Watts tribute next show, and we'll also do a Don Everly tribute as well on Viva ENT. So.
Yeah, and we want to send our best to Johnny, who is recovering.
Yep, Johnny. Yeah, hope you're doing good out there by the shores, and feel better, and hopefully he'll come back next show, and we'll be rocking out again.
Amen to that.
Yeah.
You can find my music on YouTube, Spotify, Amazon Music has the actual CDs for anybody who still has a player, and iTunes, of course.
Oh, yeah, I still use CDs in my car.
And the trick, of course, is to know that you have to spell it W-R-I-C-K.
Definitely.
Yeah, and Wolff with 2 Fs.
That's right.
Very unique, yeah. I don't think anyone else has that name. You're the first one that popped up.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, let's hear Paula.
All right, thanks for listening, everyone.
Thank you.
Say opposites attract. Well, I guess that's true. She likes opera singers. I like that I